Well, good evening, pro wrestling fans from all around the world of all shapes and sizes. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, two things I want to do for this video. First off, I want to give my preview of Stardom's next big upcoming event that will be here this weekend, and that is All Star Grand Queendom. That's right. I'm gonna give my preview of that. We got a mega card for that show. I mean, a really big, juicy card for that show. And then I am going to go over the competitors for the Catch the Wave 2024 tournament, which they made an official posting of all 29 competitors that will be in this tournament and the block categories for each. So I'm going to go over that, and like I said, in hopes that I will be able to catch as much of this tournament as possible. Or at least that's the goal. That's the goal. So that's what's on the menu for this video. Definitely looking forward to it. Now, let's see. One second. Make sure I have this out and ready. Okay. Okay, so first we're going to start out by previewing the All Star Grand Queendom. Stardom All Star Grand Queendom. So, this will take place at the Yokohama Buntai in Yokohama, Japan, this Saturday, April 27th. And we have a humongous card. Humongous card for this show. A lot to look forward to. A whole lot to look forward to. So, let me get my graphics ready. And we will jump right into it. Because it's going to have quite a main event that is of epic proportion, and you'll see what I mean once I get into discussing about it. Actually, you know what? Before we get to that, there's a big piece of news. There's actually a big piece of news that I wanted to mention, which is quite important. So, let me pull up the article for this because I want to make sure I don't miss any details. I don't want to miss any details. All right. Okay. So check this out. Let me get some water right quick. I'm so sorry. Bear with me, y'all. Okay. So, huge news in regards to New Japan Pro Wrestling and World Wonder Ring Stardom. So, there was a meeting with the New Japan Pro Wrestling Board of Directors, and it has been said that New Japan Pro Wrestling will fully acquire all stakes of Bushiroad Fight Company.ltd, which is Bushiroad Fight. And in the midst of that, it will be renamed from Bushiroad Fight Co.ltd to Stardom Co.ltd. So that'll be the new name. This will also make Bushiroad Fight, well, STARDOM Co.Ltd. It will make STARDOM a fully owned subsidiary of New Japan Pro Wrestling. And that will take effect on June 28th. That's when it's made official. So this is pretty huge. This is pretty huge. I mean, STARDOM will no longer be a sister promotion. It will be a fully owned subsidiary. The overall goal of this acquisition, according to this article, is to improve operating efficiency and reduce redundancies within Bushiroad's sports unit. And got a statement from Bushiroad Fight President CEO Taro Okada, pretty much president of STARDOM. It says, and I quote, "Since STARDOM joined the Bushiroad group in 2019, our cooperation with New Japan Pro Wrestling has seen STARDOM matches in the Tokyo Dome, the establishment of the IWGP and NJPW Strong Women's Championships, and our first co-promoted event in November of 2022, which was historic crossover. Now, more than 4 years into this relationship, and with changes being undertaken in the management and operating structure of the company, there was a desire for a stronger connection between our offices, which is being put into place with this announcement. I hope we can find new ways to show the world just how impressive Japanese pro wrestling can be. And as athletes in both STARDOM and New Japan Pro Wrestling rings continue to push new boundaries, we look forward to your continued support." End quote. So that's from Mr. Taro Okada, who I've met when I went to the STARDOM show. And then we got a statement from the New Japan Pro Wrestling president, CEO, the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, who I've also met. This is what he had to say. And I quote, "Our fans have seen a lot of crossover between NJPW and STARDOM with our co-promoted event, as well as the IWGP and Strong Women's titles. But there's still a lot that can be done to strengthen connections between our companies behind the scenes, from arranging event schedules and building reservations to make sure fans have time to take in big matches from both companies, to improving our promotional efforts and sponsor acquisition. I'm excited at the opportunity to further both NJPW and STARDOM's appeal to a broader audience. This acquisition will speed up decision-making processes and improve our operating efficiency, freeing both companies up to further professional wrestling in the eyes and hearts of fans in Japan and worldwide. I look forward to the fans' continued support of both NJPW and STARDOM." End quote. Well, to be honest with y'all, this is a very big deal. This is a very big deal for both of these companies. And there's a couple of things that I'm hoping will pan out from this. And like I said, it may take time, because like I said, June 28th is when this becomes official. We know it's going to happen, but that's the date where it becomes official. Now, there's a couple of things I hope will pan out from this. Excuse me. Number one, I do hope that this will eventually mean that perhaps STARDOM World will get combined into New into NJPW world. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the infrastructures will kind of combine into one big infrastructure, and perhaps NJPW World will cover both New Japan and Stardom content. Live streaming, VOD, and even pay-per-views. I think that would be the ultimate prize, especially for fans and subscribers. And hopefully that could mean, if you subscribe to both, once you combine them, maybe you get a discounted rate of your subscription, maybe for a certain amount of time. Or just little things like that. But, and don't get me wrong, I understand that Stardom World recently has started doing live streams of some of their shows, some of their regular shows. And that's good. That's good. They've also been doing, more pay-per-views of even, kind of like the not so huge pay-per-view shows, but making them more accessible. So I've been noticing that, but still, I think it would be really cool if some way, somehow, they were to combine Stardom World into NJPW World, really merge those infrastructures, and really just, if they got to rebrand the streaming service, so be it. But I think ultimately, that's what a lot of fans would like to see, especially with an announcement like this. I think a lot of fans would want to see that. And because for the longest time, Stardom World hasn't been the best experience. I mean, it's been all right. I've been a subscriber to Stardom World for years, but it hasn't been the best experience. And I think this is an opportunity that can really better the experience. I mean, they've already done some new things with NJPW World. There's still room to grow and build on. And now they have a chance to do that with Stardom World. So I'm hoping this will tie into the streaming service being affected in a positive way. I would love to see that. And I think many, many other fans would like to see that as well. Because I'm subscribed to both NJPW World and Stardom World. All right. The second thing that I'm hoping for. So, y'all notice New Japan does a lot of NJPW strong events here in the States. I mean, they've done a handful. Lone Star Shootout, Windy City Riot, High Alert, Resurgence, Battle in the Valley. They've done a lot of those events specifically for the States. I hope that this can also mean that they do the same with Stardom. Have a Stardom version of NJPW Strong. I think that would really help expand Stardom worldwide. I mean, they already had a sold out crowd, good turnout from the Stardom American Dream in the Keystone State, which I attended. So I hope that turns into more of those type of events for Stardom, because I think that's going to be a really great way to get Stardom more notoriety, especially in the States. I know they've kind of been doing a little bit of that outside of Japan, especially with Thailand, and I think they got something coming up for Singapore, and a little bit of it in Taiwan. So I mean, they've done a little something in some of the other Asian countries, and like I said, they just had Stardom American Dream, which was their first show in the States in 5 years. So I really hope that this will open the door for not just not just the whole idea of collaborations like, Stardom and AEW or Stardom and TNA, not so much things like that, but for the opportunity for more Stardom USA shows. With like how New Japan does with their strong shows. I really hope that opens a door for that. Because I think a lot more fans want to see more Stardom represented here in the U.S. And I mean, they've been doing some things, not only with this show, but some of the talent competing in other shows. Syuri with making her GCW debut. Mina Shirakawa wrestling in AEW. Azumi, same thing. And also ROH. We had that Stardom Showcase match at Supercard of Honor, where a lot of talent got the debut on ROH. Maika, Sayaka Kamitani, Momo Kohgo, May Sarah, a lot of ladies. You know what I mean? And of course, some of the talent got a chance to compete for Spark. Another Joshi promotion. Shout out to CB Chibi or Chibi CB. But yeah, they got a chance to compete for that promotion. So I'm under the impression that some of the Stardom talent wants to get their feet wet more and more outside of Japan. So I hope this opens the door for that to happen. Like I said, maybe a strong version of Stardom, just like NJPW Strong. Because like me and some of the folks in my Discord were talking about, heck, you could have, if you really wanted to, this would be a good opportunity to have not only your NJPW Strong Women's Championship represented a lot at these events, but also the IWGP Women's Championship. And heck, if you really wanted to, this would be a good opportunity to bring back the SWA Championship, because it opens doors for international talent to compete. I mean, we even saw some of that at the Stardom show. I mean, Cameron Burnett, Willow Nightingale, Megan Bain. We got to see that. So, just a thought. I think it would be cool. I think it would be really cool. Third, I'll say this, and this is in regards to collaborations, I guess. So being that we've seen, that we know New Japan Pro Wrestling, has a relationship with AEW. We've seen New Japan Pro Wrestling talent compete there. We've even seen some of the New Japan talent compete at MLW, TNA as well. So perhaps this could also open the door for some of the talent from those promotions to compete overseas in New Japan and in Stardom. You know what I mean? Because think about it. With New Japan Pro Wrestling, what is something that you noticed in, the last, handful of tournaments, like Best of Super Juniors, G1 Climax, the Super Junior Tag League, World Tag League. You do see some international talent represented in those tournaments. So what I think would be really cool? With this type of collaboration, this could open the door for more international talent to be able to compete in Stardom, say in like the 5-Star Grand Prix. the Cinderella Tournament, the Goddess of Stardom Tag League, the Triangle Derby. I mean, why not? You see international talent represented year after year, especially new international talent making their debuts in New Japan Pro Wrestling through those tournaments, like the G1 Climax and the Best Super Juniors Tournament and the New Japan Cup and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be pretty neat to see. Because, I mean, think about it. I think it would be pretty cool to see Deonna Purrazzo in a Cinderella tournament or 5-Star Grand Prix. I mean, she's already competed in Stardom before anyway. Why not that? You know? Why not Athena? Willow Nightingale. I mean, there's all sorts of names you could throw in there that would do great in those type of tournaments, like the 5-Star Grand Prix and the Cinderella Tournament. I'm not saying that they're gonna win, but you get that representation, that international representation, the same that you see in the New Japan tournaments. That's all I'm saying. Why not? Why not? You know, so many fans want to see some of this talent here in the States. Why not vice versa? I'm just saying. You know, I think it would be really cool to see how some of these ladies that you normally see main on AEW and ROH and TNA actually go overseas, maybe on an excursion to participate in these tournaments. I'm just saying. But like I said, it's really up to them to figure out the logistics and how they want to conduct business going forward, especially after this becomes official. You know what I mean? I can't say how that's going to go, but those are 3 things that I would love to see happen, you know, with this new merge, with this new acquisition of New Japan Pro Wrestling pretty much now owning Stardom. And I'm sure they're going to do future collab events as well. I'm sure they're going to do another historic crossover at some point in time, you know. But I think overall, I think this is a good move. And heck, we're probably going to see a taste of that at Forbidden Door, which Forbidden Door is June 30th, which that's 2 days after this becomes official. And that'll be in New York. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it's exciting. And I think there's much potential of different great things that can happen from this. So I'm going to keep a positive mindset. But I hope it works out. I really do. But yeah, big piece of news there. Okay. Now, gonna move on to actually previewing Stardom All Star Grand Queendom. Like I said, it'll be this Saturday, April 27th at the Yokohama Buntai in Yokohama, Japan. We got a pretty solid, big card. We have, let's see how many matches is it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We got 11 total matches, and 6 of those matches are title matches. So like I said, this is a humongous card. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. This should be really good. Alrighty, first match. Alrighty, we got ourselves a singles match here. We have the Peach Star Momo Kohgo, representing Stars, taking on the young up-and-coming rookie of God's Eye, Ranna Yagami. You know what? I actually think this is a really good test for Ranna Yagami. Kind of almost on an even playing field, especially when it comes to booking between both these ladies. But of course, Momo has the experience factor. But I think this will be a nice singles match between both of these ladies to really see how far they've come. Because, you know, Momo Kohgo, it wasn't too long ago that she returned from injury, but she's been getting back into the groove of things. So really happy to see that. And I met her as she was on the Stardom American Dream 2024 show. But to be honest, I think this is a pretty easy pick. I'm going to have to go with Momo Kohgo to pick up the victory over Ranna Yagami. But I think Ranna Yagami will still do good. You know, I'm liking her more and more. But yeah, I'm going to go with Momo Kohgo to get the victory. Alrighty. Let's go into our next match. Alright, we got ourselves a tag team match here. A very interesting tag team match. So we have the team of Lady C and newest Stardom superstar Rian teaming up to take on Cosmic Angels newest member Aya Sakura and Yuna Mizumori. Definitely very happy for the big opportunity for Rian to compete on a big show like this, you know, whether it's main card or pre-show. I still think it's a very big opportunity. Teaming up with the Human Tower of Queen's Quest and Lady C. I mean, I feel like this is somewhat of an even matchup to a degree, but not by a lot. Hope to really see a good showing from Rian, but I'm going to have to say Cosmic Angels wins this match. Aya Sakura, Yuna Mizumori, I think they'll end up winning. But who knows? Might see an upset. Maybe Lady C can get the pin on Aya Sakura. I guess that can happen. But I'm going to go with the safe bet and go Cosmic Angels. Alrighty, let's move on to our next match. Wait a minute. Here it is. Alright, next match. Okay. Got ourselves a trios match as we have God's Eye versus EXV, Empress Nexus Venus. So, representing God's Eye, we have Sohrei, the leader Syuri, and the returning to Stardom full-time submission sniper Konami. And they'll be taking on the trio from EXV of Waka Tsukiyama, Xena, and HANAKO. Yeah, that's right, y'all. Konami is back in Stardom full time. So congratulations to her. I got a chance to meet her during my Philly trip. So she was really, really cool. But good to see her back full time in Stardom and also with God's Eye. So really, really cool to see the submission sniper back. I'm going to have to give them the victory as well. I think God's Eye defeats EXV. I mean, feel like Xena and HANAKO, or mostly Xena, might be the main one to carry the team. Because, I mean, when you have Waka on your team, as much as I love her, you're subject to the loss. And I think that's what's going to happen with this match. So I'm going to go with God's Eye defeating Empress Nexus Venus. And like I said, welcome back, Konami. All right. Let's keep it going. All right, next match. All right, we got ourselves a singles match here. We have Mina Shirakawa from EXV taking on the leader of Oedo Tai, Natsuko Tora. I kind of have mixed feelings about this one. Because part of me can see Oedo Tai interference helping, leading to Natsuko Tora to win. But at the same time, Mina Shirakawa has been getting a lot of momentum, especially back and forth between Japan and competing in ROH and AEW. So I could see how they may keep that going for her. I'm gonna go ahead and say Mina Shirakawa for the win, but it would not surprise me if Natsuko Tora ended up winning. It wouldn't surprise me. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Mina Shirakawa. But should be good. Should be really good. One second. There we go. Alright. Okay, let's move on to our next match. We're going to be looking at the first of 6 title matches. So this ought to be really, really good. But check it out. Alrighty. We got ourselves a Future of Stardom Championship match. We had the champion, Oedo Tai's Rina, defending against Cosmic Angels, Sayaka Kurara. A very big opportunity for the young rookie, Sayaka Kurara. This is pretty much her first title shot since coming to Stardom. Her stock has been rising, especially since officially joining Cosmic Angels, her and Aya Sakura. So I definitely see her stock rising. And as I said before, it is a big opportunity for her. Big opportunity. But I do believe that Rina will get another successful defense and pick up the victory. I'm just hoping that she puts up a really good fight. You know what I mean? I hope she puts up a really good fight. And I think it'll be good. You know, she definitely shows that she has one of the best spears. So, there's that. And then, you know, just her finally joining Cosmic Angels was a really big deal. But Rina for the win. I think this is an easy one. Rina for the win. And will still be your Future of Stardom champion. Alright. Let's keep it going to the next match. We're going to look at the high speed Championship. Alrighty. We have a fatal four-way for the High Speed Championship. As champion from God's Eye, Saki Kashima will defend against the Golden Phoenix of Queen's Quest, Sayaka Kamitani, the Little Giant Gorilla of Stars, Iida, and Oedo Tai's Fukigen Death. Now, one thing to note, and a shout out to Misfit Wrestling Podcast for pointing this out, that apparently Saki Kashima in her most recent match apparently tweaked her ankle, either rolled or tweaked or sprained her ankle. So, was able to still finish the match and whatnot, but not sure what her status will be for this match. But I was there at Stardom American Dream 2024, where Saki Kashima won the High Speed Championship for the second time in a triple threat against Rem Kaicho and, of course, former champion Mei Seira. So, which I don't think anybody saw that coming. I don't think anybody saw that coming. But it does kind of make me wonder if, you know, they decided to make her the transitional champion. Because to be honest with you, I think Sayaka Kamitani just might end up winning and becoming High Speed champion. Because if you ask me, I don't think it'll be Fukigen Death, which I know she has been High Speed champion before. Saya Iida, which will be interesting to see how she does in this type of match. But, and who knows, maybe Saki Kashima will retain, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say Saya Kamitani becomes High Speed champion. But we shall see. It's definitely a very interesting Fatal 4-Way match for this title. I still hope at some point in time they upgrade that title, because that title needs a makeover. But Saya Kamitani, it's my pick. Alrighty. Now we're about to get really crazy with the title matches, because this next one is another Fatal 4-Way for a championship. That's right. We got a mega Fatal 4-Way match for the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Championships. Whew, this ought to be a lot of fun. So that we got the champions, Crazy Star, which is Mei Seira and Suzu Suzuki, and they will be defending these titles against the teams of O2 Line, which is Miyu Amasaki and Azumi of Queen's Quest, taking on former two-time Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Champions from Stars, Fukuoka Double Crazy, one of my favorite tag teams. That's Hazuki and Koguma, versus the Oedo Tai team of Starlight Kid and Ruaka. Whoo-wee! I mean, the amount of talent in this match. Whew. Oof. Oof. I mean, you know, Miyu Amasaki her stock is still rising as well. She had a pretty decent showing in the Cinderella tournament. Of course, she got a wardrobe upgrade and, you know, such. And, you know, her and Azumi are more of an established team now. Of course, Crazy Star has excellent chemistry. Starlight Kid, Ruaka, I mean, they're both part of the same faction, so, I mean, there's that. And like I said, Fukuoka Double Crazy, I mean, they're former two-time Goddess of Stardom tag champions, and they won a Goddess of Stardom tag league 2 years ago. So yeah, like this is pretty huge. This is pretty huge. But I'm going to say that Crazy Star retains. Some way, somehow, I believe Crazy Star will retain the Goddesses of Stardom Tag Team Championships. But I expect this to be an exciting, action-packed match from start to finish. And I'm excited about it. Very excited about it. But yeah, picking Crazy Star to retain. All right. Let's move on to our next match. And this is quite the tag team match. Check this one out. So you have a very special tag team match here, as you have the team of legends Aja Kong and Kaoru Ito, and they will be taking on Meltier from Cosmic Angels and Tam Nakano and Natsupoi. Whew, this is quite a clash of tag teams here. Of course, you know Meltier are former Goddess of Stardom tag team champions. Oh, man. I really feel for them because I'm actually picking Aja Kong and Kaoru Ito to pick up the victory, and I got a bad feeling that Natsupoi is going to eat the pin. Such a bummer, because I really want to see Natsupoi get on a win streak and get back into a title picture. But I just have that feeling that the Legends are going to pick up this victory. Hope I'm wrong, but I'm going with Aja Kong and Kaoru Ito to pick up the victory. And I believe this is Aja Kong's first official match ever in a Stardom ring. So that's crazy. Really, really crazy. Alrighty. Alright. This next match definitely has potential to be a match of the year candidate. And y'all already know which one I'm talking about. That's right. The big match we have all been waiting for years upon years. And it is finally going to happen this Saturday. One-on-one for the IWGP Women's Championship. It will be the icon of Stardom, the champion, Mayu Iwatani, defending against the Sun God, Syuri. Ooh, I'm just getting chills just thinking about this match. Whoo-wee. Ginormous amount of star power in this match. Of course, Mayu Iwatani, current IWGP Women's Champion. Syuri, current Seedling Beyond the Sea Singles Champion. Has been on fire since leaving the WWE. Oh, man. And see, the last time these two faced each other was in a tag match. A tag match. But you know something? I'm going to say this ends in a time limit draw. I think this epic match ends in a time limit draw. I will be very shocked if either of these ladies get the pin. But yeah, I'm going to say time limit draw. But if Mayu happens to win this match, that will really, really put a big mark, a big, big golden star on her legacy. But like I said, I think this is going to be a time limit draw. And like I said, I think this has a great opportunity to become a match of the year candidate. Looking forward to it. Should be awesome. All right. Let's move on to our next title match. This is another big one. We have the Wonder of Stardom Championship. As the champion from Cosmic Angels, Syuri takes on the Young Lioness and your 2024 Cinderella Tournament winner, who is also one half of the current New Blood Tag Team Champions, Hanan from Stars. Hanan has had quite a Cinderella story with how she went through her path to win the Cinderella tournament in very impressive fashion, including dethroning the former two-time back-to-back Cinderella tournament winner in Mirai. This is huge. Really, really huge. Not to mention defeating one of her rivals in the finals in Ami Sohrei. Someone who once dethroned her for the Future of Stardom Championship. Hanan has overcome quite a lot. Singles competitor and tag team competitor. And this is a ginormous opportunity for the Young Lioness. But is she white belt ready? I'm gonna have to say, not yet. Not yet. I think she will put up an excellent fight, but I'm gonna say Syuri retains the Wonder of Stardom Championship. I hate to say it. I would love to be wrong, but I just don't think Hanan will pull it off. I don't think she'll pull it off. But if she does, I will be so happy. Oh, so happy. But I just don't think it's time yet for Syuri to drop that white belt. I don't think it's time yet. Also keep something in mind. When Sayaka Kamitani won the Cinderella tournament, she did not win the white belt on her first try. She was able to do it on her second try. The same thing could happen with Hanan. So, just something to think about. Just something to think about. I think this will be an excellent match, but I'm going to say Sayuri Ano retains. I think Hanan comes up just a little short. Okay. And then the epic main event of STARDOM All Star Grand Queendom 2024. We have the World of Stardom Championship on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls special match. The champion, EXV's Maika, defending against Momo Watanabe of Oedo Tai. Now, the way that this is going to go, so it's 2 out of 3 falls, but each match has a stipulation. So number 1 will be a normal match. Number 2 will be a hardcore match. And if there has to be a third, it's a last woman standing match. So some like to say this is pretty much 3 stages of hell, but in a 2 out of 3 format. So normal match, hardcore match, and if there needs to be a third, last woman standing. Now, I've heard a lot of different conversations in regards to this match and who should win it. Now, of course, the challenge was made at Stardom Dream Queendom, or it's not Stardom Dream Queendom, Stardom American Dream 2024. I was there in person at the end of the show where Momo Watanabe pretty much came out, called her shot. Maika accepted. All Star Grand Queendom was the place. So, I'll say this. I'll say this. On one hand, I could see Momo Watanabe winning because I think this would be really, really huge for her. And it has been forever since she's held a singles title. And as long as she's been part of Stardom, I think it would be nice for her to finally win that red belt. Something she has yet to do. But at the same time, I see Maika winning because I think it would be way too early for her to drop that red belt. Way too early. Besides, we've already seen that happen with Tam Nakano and with Julia. Them dropping that red belt way too early. So, I'm going to say Maika takes the first fall, Momo Watanabe takes the second fall, and then Maika takes the last match. So I'm going to say Maika wins and retains the World of Stardom Championship 2-1. I just think it will be way too early. And don't get me wrong, I know Momo Watanabe has gotten some big wins and great build-up up to this. But I still think it would be way too early for Maika to drop the title. Especially considering that she won this at Stardom Dream Queendom. Yeah, I think it would be too early for her to drop this title. Way too early. So, I'm going to say Maika wins this series of matches in the main event. But there you have it. A ginormous mega card for Stardom All Star Grand Queendom. April 27th, this Saturday, Yokohama Buntai. Exciting. Really, really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Before we go into Pro Wrestling Wave, Catch the Wave 2024, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Check them out, and happy shopping. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Okay, we now transition from Stardom to Pro Wrestling Wave. Pro Wrestling Tournament season is cooking up even more because we have another tournament getting ready to start in just about almost a week and a half. And that is the Pro Wrestling Wave's annual Catch the Wave tournament. And we have the official competitors and blocks for this tournament, which they're still finishing out the specifics and logistics of the blocks, but we have an idea of what they are. And we're going to have 29 competitors. And I wanted to go through and showcase this because some of the competitor names a lot of folks may not be familiar with. I know I wasn't. So I did look up some pictures for each. And I wanted to be sure to at least show a picture of each competitor so that you at least know who they look like. But to pretty much kind of give like a little overview of the Catch the Wave tournament. Catch the Wave tournament, first tournament was in 2009, and they've had it yearly. I think pretty much the only year they didn't have it was 2020. So they didn't have it in 2020, and they started back up in 2021, and they've had it ever since. So, pretty much, and it usually takes place end of April up to usually the beginning of August. Although the dates, it looks like the dates for this year's is going to be May 5th. So it starts May 5th. And it looks like the finals, I believe the finals will be July 14th. So July 14th. So a little, looks like maybe a little bit shorter, but still totally understandable. But for the longest time, because there were no singles championships in Pro Wrestling Wave, winning the Catch the Wave was pretty much the top achievement for the longest time. But a couple of ways that they've done this tournament, but overall it has been a round robin style tournament. So it's typically round robin style with the winners of each block advancing to the semifinals. From 2010 to 2012, the tournament had a loser revival battle royal where any eliminated wrestlers got a chance to battle for the fourth and final spot of the semis of the tournament. And the system allowed the tournament to be won twice by a wrestler who was originally eliminated in the round robin section. So that's that last chance opportunity for said wrestler. And typically the winner of this tournament, ever since 2011 and onwards, gets like a trophy, a special trophy, and usually earns the title of Nami Onna, which is Wave Woman, and 1,000,000 yen. So that's usually the big prize. From 2014 to 2016, they started holding separate Catch the Wave tournaments, specifically for young wrestlers, for the rookie wrestlers, that would also run at the same time as the main tournament. But with this year's, they got it separated into blocks. And it does look like quite a stacked set of competitors for this year. So, now that I've gotten that out of the way, that's pretty much generally how the tournament works. It's round robin style. And as I said before, this tournament has had all sorts of winners. Like familiar faces like Rina Yamashita, who's won it twice, which her and Yuma Oka are the only two to ever win 2 Catch the Wave tournaments. So those two have set history. Miyuki Takase has won this tournament in 2021. Takumi Aroha won it in 2019. Hikaru Shida won it in 2014. Asuka / Kana, she won it in 2011. Let's see, Suzu Suzuki won it 2 years ago. Last year it was won by Vinny. Ryo Mizunami has won this tournament. So some pretty well-known Joshis have won this tournament. And then the rookie tournament has been won by Tomoka Inaba, who won it 2 years ago. Kaho Kobayashi won the first rookie tournament. So some notable names there that have won this major tournament in Pro Wrestling Wave. And like I said, they do it once a year. This is a yearly tournament. But yeah, Yumi, Oka, and Rina Yamashita are the only two to have won 2 Catch the Wave tournaments. Alrighty, here we go with the young block. And like I said, let me reiterate, this will be separated into 2 blocks within the young block. Let's go. Alright, first up, we have Chi-Chi from the Evolution promotion. Somebody I'm very familiar with. I've seen her wrestle quite a bit across different promotions as well. But yeah, Chi-Chi, the resident Barbie, the Joshi Barbie, I guess you could say. But yeah, definitely like Chi-Chi. All right. Next up, we have Pro Wrestling Wave's own HANAKO, who's also one half of the tag team Harmony with Kizuna Tanaka. And of course, they were former Pro Wrestling Wave tag team champions. So, really good to see her. All right, next up we have Mizuki Kato from the Diana promotion. I've heard the name before, but I haven't really seen her wrestle much, so definitely will be kind of new to me. But yeah, from the Women's Pro Wrestling Diana promotion. Next up, we have Riara, which I know, seen her wrestle for Gambare Pro Wrestling. Although I think she might technically be a freelancer now. I think she's technically a freelancer, but I just know I've seen her quite a bit through the Ganpro promotion. All right. Now this next person, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Sia, I think, from the T Hearts promotion. An interesting thing that I learned: this is actually the niece of the legendary Manami Toyota. That's right. This Sia is her niece. So I'm very curious to see what she can do. I mean, Manami Toyota's on my Joshi Mount Rushmore, so I'm already interested. So I'll be keeping an eye out for her. All right. Up, a face y'all should know by now. It's the young rookie from God's Eye and Stardom, Ranna Yagami. Big opportunity for her as she will be competing in the young block for the Catch the Wave tournament. Really big opportunity for her. I'm happy for her. I hope she does well. All right, next up we have Yuna, representing Sendai Girls, which I've seen her compete a couple of times. Not bad, not bad. All right. And then we have Yuzuki, apparently from a promotion called Hot Shushu. Hot Shushu? Which I've never even heard of that promotion, but yeah, this Yuzuki is competing in this tournament. I don't know anything about her, so I'll be keeping an eye on her because I don't know her. But yeah, so those are your ladies for the young block section of the Catch the Wave tournament. And like I said, this block will be split into 2 blocks. So I'm assuming it'll be 4 and 4. That's what I'm assuming, but we'll see. Okay, now let's go into the Elizabeth block. Now, one thing I want to note for the Elizabeth block, one thing that was mentioned is hold on one second. I want to make sure I read this right. So for the Elizabeth block, which I noticed something here. According to the website, I guess the Elizabeth Block matches are going to be conducted in three ways, and triple threat matches or whatnot. It's kind of weird, but it says here conducted in a three-way. So for that, you get 1 point for winning, 0 points for players who are not involved in winning or losing, and negative 1 point for players who directly lost, which I assume who been pinned or submitted. And they will be disqualified if they have negative 3 points. If a fighter with a belt joins the match, it will be a title match. Guest players may participate. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if that's what that necessarily means. Like I said, I just noted that on the website. So if anybody has any specific details about that, let me know. Because it sounds kind of confusing. Because I really don't know what this has to do with this tournament. But I figured I'd mention it. Anyway, let's look at the competitors for the Elizabeth Block. Alright, here we go. First up, you have Cherry, who competed in last year's Catch the Wave tournament, if I remember correctly. She is a freelancer. Alrighty. Next up, we have Himiko from the Diana promotion, which I've seen her a good number of times. I think pretty much almost every Diana show I've seen, she's competed. So, a familiar face. You got the well-known Sakura Hirota, representing Pro Wrestling Wave. The Mr. Butt Stab woman who recently just got a divorce and became a single mother. So, she actually announced that during the shows. It was crazy. But yeah, she's in this tournament once again. You have Yuki Miyazaki. Who is also the current Regina de Wave champion, which is the top singles title in Pro Wrestling Wave. So, shout out to her. I know she competed in last year's tournament as well. And then finally, you have Kaori Yoneyama, of course, from her own YMZ wrestling promotion, who's also, Fukigen Def and Stardom. But yeah, she's also competed in this tournament before. I think she's competed in this tournament a number of times. But yeah, Kaori Yoneyama, part of the Elizabeth Block. So, only five ladies in the Elizabeth Block. So, there you have that. And then finally, we have the main block. And as I said before, the main block will be split into 3 blocks. It'll be split into 3 blocks. So just a FYI. But let's go ahead and go through the competitors in the main block. Alright. You have Ayame Sasamura representing the 2AW promotion. Also a former Beyond the Sea tag team champion as part of the Twin Berries tag team. Alright. You have Kakeru Sekiguchi, who is mostly a freelancer. Of course, her alter ego is Kakadita and Seedling. But yeah, she's in this tournament. You have Ancham representing the Shinshu Girls promotion. But, she's also competed in Skiban and, you know, she's competed in other promotions as well. Ice Ribbon, seen her compete in Ice Ribbon as well. So, familiar face. Representing Sean Capture is Itsuki Aoki. She's quite a trip. I actually enjoy watching her wrestle, and very high energy. So, gotta love her. But yeah, Itsuki Aoki. Representing Colors is Saki, of course, who's also competed in this tournament before, and is also, I believe, currently one half of the Pro Wrestling Wave Tag Team Champions with Risa Serra, because I remember they won them back from Harmony. So I believe she's still one half of the Tag Team Champs. All right, you have CMLL's Dark Silhouette in this tournament. Some CMLL representation. I like it. I like it a lot. Alrighty, you have the Women's World Wrestling Diana World Champion, Haruka Umesaki, of course, from the, Diana, from the Diana promotion. I'm still getting used to that. Forgive me. But yeah, she's the main champ, the main ace of that promotion, and she's in this tournament, which she was in this tournament last year. So good to see her back. All right, representing Prominence, you have Risa Serra. Risa Serra, who's also been in this tournament before. Always good to see her. All right, you have Tae Honma, freelancer as well for this tournament, which I've seen her compete, you know, here and there across different promotions in Japan. So definitely a familiar face. One of my favorites in Pro Wrestling Wave, Kohaku. That's right. A huge fan of Kohaku, and word is she's recovering from an injury, but is supposed to be returning in time to compete in this tournament. So hopefully everything goes well with that. But glad to see that she's, you know, scheduled to be in this tournament. All right, you have Maika Ozaki. Was part of Rebel and Enemy, and you know, I haven't seen a lot of her lately. I feel like it's been a while. I know she competed in the first Triangle Derby, but yeah, I haven't seen a lot of her lately. So it's good to see that she's in this tournament. She's even competed for Spark before. So, yeah. Sorry about that. Yes, the bubble girl, the funny, goofy bubble girl, Momoka Hanazono, also freelancer as well. She always makes me laugh. Really, really silly. I think the last time I saw her, I want to say she was competing for the high speed title. I think that's the last time I saw her compete. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But good to see her. We have from the Diana promotion, Nanami, which I believe she still is and was the inaugural Crystal Champion, Diana's most recent, newest championship. I believe she won that title and still has it. So kudos to her. Was part of the the God's Eye stable, but you know, we haven't really seen her compete in the Stardom ring in a long time. Same thing with Tomoka Inaba, but yeah. But Nanami from Diana. All right, we have Sei or Sai, not sure how you pronounce this one, maybe Say, from a promotion called the Yanagase Pro Wrestling promotion. I've never heard of this promotion before, so yeah, I've never seen her, so I'm very much interested to see what she can do. All right, and then next up, Stardom's own Golden Phoenix of Queen's Quest, Saya Kamitani. That's right. Saya Kamitani is entering the Catch the Wave tournament. So, quite a big opportunity for her to showcase her talent against other Joshi wrestlers across different promotions, as well as those competing in that are from Wave, like Kohaku. So I think this is a very big opportunity for the Golden Phoenix to really be showcased in a big way in Pro Wrestling Wave. So I'm happy for her. And I met her. I got a chance to meet her. So I'm really excited for Saya Kamitani. I hope she really takes the best of this, and hopefully the schedule's not too crazy for her and she'll be able to compete and do well. And then finally, Yuko Sakurai of the Colors promotion. Same thing as Saki. But yeah, Yuko Sakurai, which she was also in last year's Catch the Wave tournament. So it's good to see her again. But yeah, so those are your competitors for the main block. And like I said, that's going to be split into 3 blocks. But yeah, those are your Catch the Wave 2024 competitors. That's 29. Unfortunately, word is that Kizuna Tanaka won't be participating due to poor health. So I was really, really bummed. Really bummed when I saw the update on that. So, because Kizuna Tanaka I was very high on, and she was actually kind of my pick to really win and be successful in this tournament, because I felt like her stock was rising, especially ever since her and HANAKO became tag champs in a big upset over Saki and Risa Serra. I mean, that's a ginormous upset. But yeah, so speedy recovery for not only her but also Kohaku as well. But like I said, I'm going to try my best to cover as much of this tournament as I can. Hopefully I'll be able to watch as much as possible. But Pro Wrestling Waves doesn't really have like a well-known streaming service, unfortunately, which I hope that will change over the years. And besides, their official X account actually follows me. So if you ever see this video, hey, a better streaming service available worldwide, please. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. And like I said, I'll list all the competitors in the description as well, so that everybody can follow along. And yeah, a lot to look forward to. I know we also got the King of DDT tournament coming up. I should probably do a video on that, so I'll get back to y'all on that. And yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. This is getting really exciting. It's going to be an exciting weekend. But that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty and let me know what y'all's predictions are for Stardom's All Star Grand Queendom show. And let me know your thoughts on the Pro Wrestling Wave Catch the Wave 2024 tournament competitors. Who are you excited about? And who would you like to win the Catch the Wave 2024 tournament and win that $1 million yen, or $1 million yen prize? And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming, here on the U to the Tube, My name is Jason Ingram. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me, and I will see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Peace. Later.